It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, I like to stay indoors during the cold temperatures, Kat, but, keeping the kids inside can be very frustrating. Our creative parenting expert, Nikki and Ewan have all the answers on how to keep the kids entertained.
So this morning we're helping you be the best parent that you can be. Now, our homes are full of toys and games for children to play with, and yet they often say that they are bored, striking fear in the hearts of most parents. Now, this morning we chat to creative parenting expert Nikki about how common household objects can grab your child's attention and imagination and encourage real play without the need for expensive toys. Nikki, lovely to have you with us again.
Thanks, Ewan.
So this is a great thing. I found it with my own boy as well. You buy these expensive toys, they play with it for half an hour, and then they get bored of it.
Absolutely. Sometimes they're even more interested in the packaging than they are in the toy.
True.
But the funny thing is that we as parents have forgotten what we call the old-fashioned stuff. And actually, the old-fashioned stuff surprises children because they actually don't know about these things. They've been born wired and, as you say, surrounded by screens and so much stuff that they've forgotten how to make fun out of nothing. And when we talk about the future world of work, we actually need our children to be very resourceful. So the kind of activities I want to talk about this morning are those that require a little bit of imagination and creativity and household items that you have around you anywhere.
And this falls heavily on the shoulders of parents to conjure up these ideas of what to do, and that's why we're glad you are here, because living in such a fast-paced technological era and world, we need that imagination stimulated from a young age.
So you can take anything as common as little paper clips, and these are lovely coloured ones, and get children to make paper clip chains. And you know what? This is all educationally sound. Did you see what my fingers were doing? Fine motor coordination.
That's it.
So that's what you're doing, is stimulating the fingers and the hands so that you strengthen these muscles. So they make these lovely paper chains and they make necklaces and things like that.
That's so cool. I remember doing this as a youngster as well.
Okay.
Very
and then the common household punch.
This is something that always used to fascinate me. How does it work?
How does it? Exactly. So children are fascinated and curious about how the world works. So just doing that, once again, we're strengthening the body for handwriting and other things.
That's it.
Now, if you did this on cardboard and gave them a threading lace, they could then thread in and out of their picture. And then, I don't know if you remember common etchings or rubbings.
Yes.
Now, it's winter. You can do this with your autumn leaves, but I've got a 5 Rand coin here. And you literally put it under a piece of paper, and you take a crayon or a pencil.
And lightly just
go over it, and the defined edges of what's underneath comes up.
That's very
and
cool.
It's such fun. You can do this on the bark of a tree. You can find anything that's got texture and get your kids to do the rubbing. And it's fascinating because there's an element of magic.
I mean, this could keep young ones busy for quite a while if you get different elements,
Absolutely.
I remember the old 1 Rand coin, which used to be nice and big and used to make a very nice little edge.
So, the thing is, children have a short attention span. Don't expect they're going to sit for 30 or 40 minutes doing the same activity. They're going to sit here for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, which is why you need variety. And then we've got the jelly tot.
The jelly tot.
Jelly tot
the good old
and toothpick constructions. And what's important here, and perhaps you can try this out, is, and I've made something here, pick up a jelly tot and push it onto your toothpick. Can you feel there's resistance?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, that resistance is called proprioception.
Proprioception.
Yes, and it's how we judge speed, space, and distance. So how hard must you push in order to put your toothpick in the jelly tot without pushing it all the way through?
Sure.
So that's judgment. Okay, so this is a very good activity for stimulating what we call the proprioceptive skills. The occupational therapists will love this.
Sure. This is quite, you need to concentrate on this.
You do. It's all about stimulating the imagination, but it's also multi-sensory.
That's it.
So you can actually eat it afterwards, and of course your fingers will be sticky, and it's great. So they can make it, and then they can break it and eat it.
Absolutely. And we know how much kids love to get sticky anyways.
They do.
Nikki, once again, thank you so much for joining us. But like I've said before, our homes are full of items that can inspire playfulness when games and toys lose their allure, as they do from time to time, of course. But use your imagination and let's get the creative juices flowing in our households.